I want you to take a deep breath and look into that mirror. Really look. I know what you see because I have seen it in the eyes of thousands of women who sit in my chair. You see a stranger. You see a woman who feels vibrant and alive on the inside, but the reflection staring back at you looks tired. It looks heavy. It looks old. Perhaps you just came from the salon yesterday. You spent 2 hours and a lot of hard-earned money hoping for a transformation. You wanted to feel like yourself again. But when the stylist turned a chair around and held up that hand mirror, your heart sank. You smiled and said it looked lovely because you are a polite woman. But the moment you got into your car and closed the door, you cried. You cried because that haircut did not fix anything. In fact, it made everything worse. It is the classic trap. I call it the helmet of invisibility. 90% of women over 60 are walking around with this exact mistake. You are told that as you age, you must go shorter. You are told that layers are the enemy of thinning hair. You are told that a blunt, solid line is the only way to look neat and age-appropriate. These are lies. These are the invisible enemies that are stealing your confidence and adding 10 years to your face. Your stylist is playing it safe because they are afraid of your age. They treat your hair like a problem to be managed rather than a canvas to be celebrated. They give you a cut that sits like a heavy weight on your shoulders, or even worse, a stiff, round cap that frames every wrinkle and every shadow on your neck. You feel like you are disappearing into a sea of beige and gray. You feel like the world is looking past you. But I want you to know that it is not your face that is the problem. It is the architecture of your hair. We have been taught to fight gravity with expensive creams, but we are losing the battle because we are not fighting it with shape. That heavy, flat hair is pulling your cheekbones down. It is highlighting the soft line of your jaw. It is making your eyes look weary. You do not need a miracle. You do not need a plastic surgeon. You need a vision that understands that your hair should be an upward lift, not a downward drag. We are going to stop hiding behind these outdated rules. We are going to stop settling for the safe choice that makes you feel invisible. It is time to reclaim the woman in the mirror. Let us talk about the science of why your current hair is working against you. It's a simple law of physics called gravity. As we move through our 60s, the beautiful structure of our face begins to change. The fat pads in our cheeks that once gave us that youthful lift start to descend. The sharp line of our jaw begins to soften and blend into the neck. This is a natural part of a life well lived. However, when your stylist gives you a blunt cut that ends right at your chin, they are creating a horizontal line that points exactly to the sagging you are trying to ignore. It's like drawing a bright red arrow to your jowls. Think about the helmet. You know the one. It's that thick, solid mass of hair that is the same length all the way around. It's stiff. It does not move when you walk. It does not dance when you laugh. It sits on your head like a heavy lid. This helmet creates a shadow. It casts darkness into the hollows of your eyes and makes the fine lines around your mouth look like deep canyons. When hair is this solid, it acts as a background that highlights every single imperfection on the skin. It makes your face look like it is falling because the hair has no upward movement. Now, I want you to imagine a soft, hand-carved picture frame, a frame that is light and airy. It does not cover the art, it enhances it. That is what your hair should be. When we lose the volume at the crown, your face looks longer and more tired. The top of your head becomes flat, making the bottom of your face look wider. This is the triangle of aging. We want to flip that triangle upside down. We need height at the top to draw the eye of the observer upward. We need softness around the ears to create the illusion of cheekbones that have long since faded. If your hair is thinning, do not fall for the trap of keeping it all one length to make it look thicker. That only makes it look like a thin sheet of paper hanging over a lamp. It has no soul. It has no life. We need to create layers that act like internal scaffolding. These layers are not the choppy, messy spikes of a teenager. They are invisible supports that lift the hair off your scalp and give you back the volume you thought was gone forever. We are not just cutting hair, we are performing an architectural lift without a single stitch or needle. We are using light and shadow to bring the light back to your eyes and the lift back to your smile. Now we move into the light. I want to give you 3 distinct paths to your new reflection. These are not just haircuts, these are your new signatures.
We are going to bridge the gap between the tired woman you see now and the vibrant woman you know you are. First, let us speak to those of you with a round face shape. You have likely been told to keep your hair long to hide your cheeks. That is a mistake because long, heavy hair only drags your features down. What you need is the soft, textured bob. You must ask your stylist for a length that sits exactly 1 inch below your jawline. Never let it stop at the chin. Stopping at the chin creates a circle. Stopping below the chin creates an elongated, elegant neck. For your gray hair, which can often feel wiry or stubborn, we use a point cutting technique. This means the stylist snips into the ends vertically. It makes the hair look like soft feathers rather than a stiff broom. We add internal, invisible layers at the crown of your head. This creates a vertical lift that slims your face and makes your eyes the focal point. It is a breath of fresh air for your silhouette. Second, for my sisters with a square or strong angular jawline, we embrace the tapered pixie. But listen to me closely. This is not the short, boyish cut of your youth. This is feminine, sophisticated, and voluminous. We keep the sides and the back very close to the head to show off the grace of your neck. However, we leave the top long and piecey. This height at the top balances the width of your jaw and creates a beautiful symmetry. If your hair is thinning, this is your secret weapon. By bringing the hair forward and upward, we disguise the scalp and create a crown of light. It is bold. It is chic. It tells the world that you are not hiding. You are standing in your power. Third, if your face is long or oval, you need width. You likely feel that your face is looking thinner and more tired as the years pass. We fix this with the shoulder-sweeping shag. We want layers that start exactly at the level of your cheekbones. This pushes the hair out to the sides, giving you a youthful fullness where you need it most. For those of you embracing your natural silver, this cut is a dream. It allows the light to hit the different tones of gray, creating a natural highlight effect that looks like you spent a fortune at the salon. Now, we must address the most important part of this journey. You must know how to speak to your stylist. Most stylists are afraid to cut too much or to change your look because they do not want you to be upset. You must give them permission to be an artist. When you sit in that chair, do not just ask for a trim. You will say these exact words. Please do not just take off the dead ends. I want you to create internal layers for lift. I want the weight removed from the bottom so it does not pull my face down. I want soft, feathered edges, not a blunt, hard line. Use your shears to carve out movement and soul. I am not here for a safe, boring haircut. I am here for a transformation that celebrates my structure and my age. You are the authority in that chair. You are paying for their hands, but you are providing the vision. Do not be afraid to be specific. If they suggest a blunt cut because it is easier, you tell them no. If they suggest a heavy bang that covers your eyes, you tell them no. You are looking for light. You are looking for lift. You are looking for the woman who has been waiting to come back out. I know what you're thinking. You are afraid. You are afraid that if you change your hair, you will lose a part of yourself. You are afraid that a bold new cut will make you stand out in a way that feels uncomfortable. We have spent so many years trying to blend in. We have spent so many years putting everyone else first. But I want you to ask yourself one question. I want you to think about when was the last time you truly loved what you saw in the mirror. Not just accepted it, not just tolerated it, but loved it. Change is not a loss. Change is an evolution. You are not the same woman you were at 30 or 40. You are wiser. You are stronger. You have a story written in every fine line and every silver strand. Your hair should tell that story with pride. It should not be a curtain that you hide behind. It should be a crown. If you are nervous, start small, but start. Do not let another year go by feeling like a ghost in your own life. You deserve to walk into a room and feel the lift of your spirit because your hair is finally in harmony with your soul. You deserve to feel beautiful, not just for others, but for the woman who has stayed with you through everything. You deserve to feel beautiful for yourself. I want to hear from you. I want to know about your journey. Tell me if you have been stuck in the same style for decades. Tell me if you have had a salon experience that left you feeling invisible. Share your story in the comments below. We are a community of women who are reclaiming our light. We are the ones who decide what aging looks like, and we decide that it looks vibrant, it looks sharp, it looks like us. Let us fix the hair, and the heart will follow.